Thank you very much, Madam Chair. My interest and, let's speak openly, suspicion rose as the honourable gentleman spoke about two issues, and these makes me put two questions. The first one, did I hear well that you just said, sir, that nobody is going to see any money given to Ukraine back, and that this is understood by all the countries and all the commissionaries and representatives of the governments understand that these are the European citizens and taxpayers who are going to fund all that fun that some people are having. You used the word understood. Can you please give me more information on the legal basis of that understanding? Is there any document which says you're not going to see any euro back? Whatever you are giving to Ukraine is simply put into some sink. That was my first question. The other question is, did I hear well that you said that you are studying, you said quietly, the climate change risks? So are you bookkeepers? Or are you scientists? Are you here to count money and add numbers? Or are you here to make some incredible inventions in science of the future? Because you must know that the Green Deal doesn't sum up. It's simply devastating for the economies of the countries that the European Union, the European Commission is trying to impose. The Green Deal, after the Green Deal comes the Blue Deal, and so on and so on, the Building Directive. It's all devastating. Everybody's paying more and more. Everything is going to be more and more expensive. Cars, heating, engineering, building, everything is going to be more expensive. So it makes economically, and from the point of view of a regular book accountant, it makes no sense. Please enlighten me. Is there some quiet, as you said, secret scientific agenda that your bureau is trying to implement? And again, what would be the legal basis of bookkeepers tracing and trying to evaluate the risk of climate change, which is big, big green bullshit? Thank you very much. The most honourable representative of the Commission keeps repeating his mantra about global warming, Green Deal. Since we are here to discuss money, can somebody answer me, how much does the Green Deal cost European taxpayers, citizens of the member states? I assure you, Mr. Commissioner, you and your co-commissioners, that there is no such thing as scientific consensus in that matter. The consensus is exactly the same as I remember when I was young in the Soviet Poland. Everybody kept repeating the Marxism-Leninism mantra, and there were geniuses of the Soviet science like Lysenko, Michurin, and that was their scientific consensus, which was obviously catastrophic, inefficient, counterproductive, and the rest of the world, at that time, Western Europe, knew much better and was developing instead of undermining economical foundations of the states. Now it's reversed. It's just the opposite. You are repeating your green, blue, rainbow, new Marxist mantra, and it's time to put the question, how much does it cost? Since you are so sure that this is helping Europe to develop and gain advantages in concurrence with other countries, other continents, please present me some kind of simple logic examination. Mr. Chair, please make the Commission answer how much does the Green Deal cost us? Mr. Commissioner, you're dealing here with the most sophisticated tools that humanity has ever produced, and you have never seen an electric rocket, while we see in America Mr. Musk is successfully launching rockets and intercepting parts of the propulsion system back safely. Europe is messing with bottle caps. And you, sir, dealing with security, high-tech, science fiction matters, you must see better than others. You must see the absurdity of the decarbonization, Green Deal, Blue Deal, building directive programs that are making it impossible for Europeans to have comparable achievements. Aren't you torn apart by these two directives? One is no turning back from the European, Euro-socialist, neo-Marxist, and neo-Nazi agenda, and the other direction that you are pointing to is sky is the limit. How can you see your projects that you are in charge of completed with this green Marxist nonsense? Thank you, Mr. Chair. Honorable lady, it was just another time that I could hear about some crucial misunderstanding in this House, in this committee, about the differences between the Commission, European Commission, and the European Court of Accountants. And you call it differences in methods of calculation. This is worrying. This is really scary. Since this is the second time I'm honored to be able to put this question, I would rather turn to Mr. President of this Commission with my request to present the Commission with some document that would illustrate this difference or these differences. What are you using? Different calculus? What is it? How can gathering of hundreds and thousands of bookkeepers and good accountants have differences? So please explain this to us. Please, dear lady, most honorable representative of the Commission, please present the Commission with some document, because you have some very fundamental disagreement. And the second point I wanted to make, because of that disagreement, you are talking about prognosed reimbursements of money. Do I understand well that some money will have to be given back by the Commission because it was spent based on this misunderstanding? Then it is understandable that if the Commission is going to, let's say, lose some money in the future, it is going to be even more determined to get more money from the European taxpayers by imposing the new European taxes. And going back to my motherland, to my home country, you should know that the imposition of the European taxes was totally unconstitutional, because the Constitution puts this obligation to the government to present a separate bill. This bill was supposed to go through the Parliament, so it wasn't. So it wasn't. Since you are so preoccupied with democratic standards and legal procedures in our countries to the degree that you withhold some money, you don't want to give the money back to our countries from time to time, and that procedure was applied to Poland, you should know that the very fact that your European Commission's new taxes, that is, that European Commission's debt that is going to be repaid by our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, that this is unconstitutional. So everything should stop unless you explain what is the difference in calculation, unless we eliminate this difference, this disagreement. No European taxes should ever be imposed all over Europe, and the European Commission should be declared bankrupt. Thank you very much. I'm referring to differences that you mentioned. No, I don't invent them. You say there are some differences, so please tell me what differences. I don't know why 1 minute only. But I wanted to disagree with my most honorable colleague who observed that means are not adequate, in his opinion, to objectives. I think everything is all right here. Simply the real objectives are not the ones that are being declared here, because the whole European Union agricultural policy is aiming the objective of destruction, of extermination. And I can see in my country, in Poland, that we are having less and less people who are eager to fight with Big Brother, who is approaching them with Green Deal, Blue Deal, and so on. During the last 2 years, agriculture in Poland was devastated by European Commission's policy, that is opening the gate. Everything coming from Ukraine was obviously not meeting European conditions, which our farmers have to meet, but it was allowed because of good reasons that you present here in your, by the way, warmongering propaganda. Finally, I can see that everything is going to be imported either from Ukraine or from Argentina, and agriculture in Europe is going to perish. My one question would be, Mr. Director, you mentioned that there are situations in which there is too much livestock or not enough livestock. So how much is too much? Do you have any special way of determining what the farmer, let's say Polish farmer, is supposed to do? How much is too much?